Welcome to Arthur Brown Photography. I was hoping today to show you my latest PC build. If you remember, in my last video I was going through the components that I'd bought to construct a new, more powerful PC for video editing and photo editing. I can't show you this for a couple of reasons. I mistakenly formatted the card in the video camera that I recorded the build process on. It's a simple mistake. It's the first time I've ever done that and lost footage. But anyway, we all learn from our mistakes. And the other reason that I'm not bothering to show you the build is actually when I finished the computer, it didn't work. Right. I haven't built a computer for a while, but I mean, I used to run my own company building PCs, so I know what goes into a PC, and I could probably put one together in the dark with my eyes closed. So I was very surprised when I powered the machine up and the monitor said no signal. It actually took a lot of head scratching. I confirmed on the manufacturer's website that the motherboard I was buying would run the new third generation AMD Ryzen processors, and I'd also confirmed with Crucial, who I bought the memory from, that they certified the memory that I was buying for this particular motherboard. I checked and rechecked everything. I took the chip off, refitted it, refitted the RAM, refitted the GPU. And I still got the same answer. I couldn't actually work out what the problem was. So in the end, I actually contacted the people I bought the motherboard from. And of course, they came back and said, "Well, actually, your motherboard isn't compatible with the third generation Ryzen chip." Haha, yeah. The ones coming out of the factory this week, maybe. But the ones that are in store at the moment are not, because they don't have the latest BIOS upgrade. Now, you may think, that's simple, you just flash the BIOS to the latest version and it will all work. Difficulty is, with a Gigabyte motherboard, you can't actually flash the BIOS unless you've got a CPU that works. And the CPU wasn't working because the BIOS was out of date. I don't know if any of you have been watching Catch-22 on Channel 4 recently, but I did feel a bit like Yossarian in Catch-22. I did actually find a way around it, however. I ended up having to buy a cheap AMD Athlon 200 chip that would run on the motherboard with the old existing BIOS that was on the motherboard, and then go through the upgrading process. Now, the people at the board retailers told me that I had to upgrade to at least BIOS version F40 for the motherboard to be compatible with the new third generation Ryzen processors. But when I looked on the Gigabyte website, you can't upgrade directly to version 40. You have to go through version 35 first. So, excuse me. So I ended up actually having to do two BIOS flash upgrades using the cheapo Athlon processor that I bought. I had to fork out an extra £45. Something that I didn't really need to use, but I'm glad to say that the flashing the BIOS to the two later updates has actually worked, and when I reinstalled the much more powerful third generation Ryzen processor, it did actually work. So that was quite a relief. It was quite a few days head scratching and emails backwards and forwards to experts. But I got the problem resolved quite quickly now. I finished installing everything this morning. Machine's up and running. I've got Windows 10 installed, and I've installed DaVinci Resolve, and I currently just installing Photoshop onto the new machine. So you know, that's today's moan. Anyway, I'm just a bit cross that that there's a lot of companies out there selling motherboards that, according to the manufacturers, are compatible with the new third generation Ryzen chips, but actually aren't, and you can't upgrade them unless you've got an old AMD chip to actually make the thing work. Still, it's a lesson for me, and if anyone's thinking of building a computer after watching this, it's a lesson for you too. Hopefully we'll get back to some more filmmaking and some more photography in one or two more videos, although the next video I'm going to do is actually going through how I broke my GoPro and how GoPro don't want to do repairs. The companies that do the repairs got charged so much that it's actually nearly as cheap to buy a new camera, but that's for my next video. Anyway, thanks for watching, look out for my next one, and goodbye for now.